questions, Pat? Any questions, Ron? If you want to touch gloves now, good luck.
Somebody to keep in mind as we begin. Ben Henderson, who has fought 5-round fights, 5-round wars against the elite in the world for years, almost brought a 5-round mentality into many of these fights, some of which have been 3-round fights. And the one common thread here, slow starts. 4 first rounds in Bellator. He's lost all 4. 2 of them were 10-8.
And that's the big thing. I want to see Benson start to initiate from the beginning. Big, hard kick. Beautiful right hand. Don't sit there and just defend. Be offensive. That's what you want to see out of Benson Henderson.
You have the presence of mind when somebody else has your leg to go forward, not backward.
Yep. That takes training. I think Benson's done a little bit of that in his time.
And you see it damage immediately. Big head kick.
He's hurt. He is hurt by
Huerta's
that
in trouble early.
That takedown is not going to work with where his hands are at. Benson stopped that. Really what Roger's doing is buying time right now. He took a big kick to the head. You could tell that it started to freeze him a little bit. He's getting hit with huge shots. This is the Benson Henderson that everyone expected from the beginning. Coming in, damaging right away. We got a big cut on Roger also from that kick. Beautiful takedown by Benson. Nice position. Roger's trying to bring his leg through to keep him away and spin out.
You wanted a fast start, there's your fast start.
That's what you're looking for. Benson going for
he's thinking knee bar. He's got so many different ways to go.
And you got to love that he's going for that because it's saying, man, I'm attacking. I don't want to be the guy that just sits here and positions. I want to be attacking and creating problems for my opponent. Good snap down with that position on the hips. That knee hit again. He's landing big, heavy blows. The one thing people will tell you is Benson, he's got super heavy legs. He had a knee injury, he wasn't kicking as much, and now you can see he's opening up with those kicks, and you can see the effect that they have.
This is a sight for sore eyes for Ben Henderson fans right now. Vintage stuff here in the first 2 minutes.
Beautiful transitional change right there. When you see what he did, he goes for the trip. It doesn't work, but he brings to a different position. I'm going to switch my takedown. He does, gets him to the ground. Roger's doing a good job of getting himself against the fence for balance. Really technical fighting going on right now.
And you know, we're talking about these losses for Ben Henderson. The most amazing part is that he not only was standing, but jumping around after them, after these 5-round wars with Andrei Korshkov, which is one side of the 5-round fight as you're going to see. And then, of course, the fascinating Michael Chandler fight, which I thought was a clinic on so many levels.
The one thing, when you're the trainer of the guy, your big thing is, man, I just want you to go out and perform to the best of your ability. Leave it all out there. That's what you're going to tell him. And when a guy is bouncing around afterwards, you're saying, I don't think you left it all out there. You held back and you have reserves, which means you could have done more.
Watch the Chandler fight again, because it's a great fight to watch anyway. But the very end of it, if you just gauge it by who would you rather be at the end of the fight, you're looking at Ben Henderson jumping around.
Oh, yeah.
But it was interesting because you were in there and had a different view of that fight when you watched it again.
I did. When I was there at that time with that fight, because of what Benson did at the end, I was thinking I think Benson pulled this fight out. And then I went back and watched it. If you go round by round, no, Michael Chandler won that because he controlled more of the aspects of the fight. He did great work in the first round. Again, it was that Benson Henderson that's coming out slow and then building, but not building to the point where at the end he's left it all there. You look at Benson, what he's doing right now tonight, this is the Benson Henderson you want to see. He's attacking, he's going after things, he's being methodical at times, but he's being explosive too, and he's doing damage in here.
Tries the jump knee.
Almost the same thing as Adam Boris right there.
The lines for Ben Henderson, so straight, so disciplined here.
Benson is so complete and so good in every area that when you're tying up with him, you think, okay, I want to tie up. No, you don't, because he's strong inside and he's got a great clinch game and he moves himself to a better position. He takes little damage when you're throwing offensive techniques. He blocks him, he moves his body, he angles, he slips his head. He does all the things to keep himself from being hurt. He just has to go into that offensive realm that now puts him in an area where he's hurting his opponent instead of just fighting with him.
And that nearly got through from Huerta, probably his best shot of the round.
Yeah, but it was more forearm than fist that it hit, so there wasn't the power that it looked like. Benson getting inside there, bringing the knee up, beautiful right hand off of it. Really impressed with the performance of Benson Henderson. I think this is the first round
10 seconds.
in his Bellator career he has won.
And he wins it by a mile.
Nice heavy
Vintage
kick
Ben
again.
Henderson through round one.
Crazy loud. I can't figure out each one I turn to down.
We were joking that maybe all you have to do is tell Ben Henderson this is round 3, not round 1. And it looked like it.
Nice kick. Roger holds it. You see what Benson does. He doesn't just try to defend. It comes off Benson. Big kick right there. That's the one that opened Roger up above the eye. That's a solid kick to the head. That's why it hurt Roger. That's why he starts backing up. He felt that it stung him.
That's a good example of a round that you could discuss 10-8, but it probably falls back towards 10-9. It's right in the middle there.
Yeah, he stung Roger. He hurt him. He was the one that was controlling the fight, controlling the distance, but Roger was in that fight the entire time. He took damage, but not enough to give that 10-8. That's a 10-9 round for Benson Henderson.
Better start here in round 2 for Roger Huerta. Tripped up, stepped on the foot of Ben Henderson.
Beautiful axe kick coming to the body. A lot of people think that's a stomp. It's not a stomp, it's an axe kick. That's why it's legal. Ooh.
He thought about it.
And he had a chance at it. Roger did the right thing to stop what he was going to do. He's going for it.
There
Now
it
he's
is.
got his legs. It's going to be tight.
Stop.
That's it.
A brilliant performance bouncing back by Ben Henderson.
Outstanding. That's what everyone was wanting to see out of Benson Henderson. A performance that he is a dominant fighter who can take on anybody and come out with a win like that. That was beautiful.
He's back. The face that says, I told you this was me. I told you this was me. I was due for this performance, and I delivered.
It's that kind of performance. When you come out and you deliver in that fashion, it gives you a confidence. It tells you, you know what? Maybe I am as good as they say. Maybe I can compete with anyone instead of that. Man, I'm not sure that I can do this anymore. And beautiful performance by Benson Henderson. You can't say there was anything bad.
What did Huerta do differently? He defended it the first time. What happened here?
But then he allowed that dip. When you see him dip that shoulder down and you see the body bend, it allows him to get the legs up. Watch the dip. He's going to dip him down. Boom, you see it. Gets the legs wrapped. Now it's tight, and that pressure of a straight forearm across the neck with the legs pressing on that. You cannot blame Roger Huerta for tapping. There's nowhere for him to go.
Let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a guillotine choke. Officially, 49 seconds into round number 2. The winner by submission, smooth, Benson Henderson.
Win number 25, his second, in theory, inside the Bellator cage. This statement.